Hi, shalom everyone. I'm going to continue this fantastic series, friends, of Daf Yomi. We are now on page number 41 of Masechet Zevachim, making fantastic progress. Once again, recording this from Bagel place, and we are going to state over a few chidushim, let's just say teachings, from today's daily Talmud. Now, friends, we've already done more than 1,000 videos on the daily page of Daf Yomi, which is a phenomenal achievement. I don't think we would have expected that from the beginning when we started this series over here. A few chidushim just from today's page of the Gemara. Once again, taken from a lot of it's taken from the RBS website. Now, I'll drink to that. There's a lot more classes. It's not the healthiest. Actually, a little bit of coffee in the morning is very good. A bit of a caffeine kick. Also, a little bit of sugar inside it. Not too much, as we get this underway over here. Actually, recording this from a bagel place in the city of Bet Shemesh called Holy Bagel over here. So let's hope there's some holiness. Obviously, recording this here at the time of Rosh Chodesh, half a pack of sugar, I think, is my quota over here, friends, as we will get this underway. So, friends, we've been talking all about sacrifices, intentions within regards to korbanot, within regards to sacrifices. We're going to look at subtle differences in today's page of the Gemara. Now, we've been modelling this a lot within regards to Parshat Vayikra, in the book of Vayikra, the start of the book of Vayikra, where in Parshat Vayikra, two sacrifices, korbanot, are mentioned, one after the other. Which one, let's say, which comes for different transgressions, different sins, but are identical in, let's say, in connection to the animal offered and the rituals that are performed. The first sacrifice is the balak that is brought from the high priest, the Kohen Gadol, as a sin offering. When in ignorance he gave sanction to something which the Torah prohibits under penalty of being cut off prematurely from life, and then personally following his misguided ruling over here. Now, the second over here is the bollock that is brought by the community, by the tzibor, when let's say a majority of the nation has committed a transgression of such a nature in of itself as a result of a ruling made, let's just say, negligently or with ignorance by the Sanhedrin itself. And I remember we spoke about this, I believe, on Daf Bet in the first page of the Gemara of Masechet Sanhedrin, which was actually 40 days ago today, so very interesting. I'm just going to say a blessing for the coffee over here. Baruch atah Adonai oh wow, very smooth. Now, two subtle differences, however, can be detected in the Torah account of the service prescribed for these two korbanot, these two sacrifices. In the case of the high priest in the Bet HaMikdash, the Kohen Gadol, the Torah is explicit about all the facts to be burned upon the altar, listing appendage of the liver with kidneys. While in regard to the communal sacrifices, there is only a general statement about all its fat. That's the terminology used. The blood sprinkled 7 times in the case of the high priest is described as being applied to the sacred curtain, while the blood of the communal sacrifice is applied to just the curtain as opposed to everything. Now, the explanation that's offered by Rabbi Yishmael in today's page of Gemara, which is actually interpreted by the Maharsha, the great commentator, in dissension from Rashi's commentary, is that the Kohen, the priest, is compared to the favorite of the king whom he has been chosen to serve. Just as a human king who becomes angry with his favorite subject strives to minimize his guilt, so does Hashem spell out the details of the Kohen Gadol's sacrifice to stress the magnificence of his atonement to reduce his guilt. Now, and just as a human king who has been betrayed by a majority of his army, that army now can no longer enjoy the status of royalty, so does the sin of a majority of the nation over here cause it to lose its sanctity, while the Kohen Gadol, the high priest, the king's favorite, retains his sanctity even after sinning. So this was actually brought down by Rabbi Mendel Weinbach, who was the Rosh Hashiva of RBS. But I want to share over another interesting thought, just because it was connected to this week's page on 37. Also brought down from the RBS website is just a question I was just grappling with, speaking to someone before. How do we know that the tefillin we are commanded to wear on our arms and heads must contain 4 chapters from the Torah? It's a question that was posed. Now, I'll give you the answer over here, which is brought down once again from the RBS website. Rabbi Akiva analysed the words totafot. When the Torah instructs us to place between your eyes, he explained that this unusual word is actually a combination over here of two words from different languages. In the Katvi tongue, tot means two, and in the Afriki language, fot means two, so that the two words add up to the number 4, which is interesting. Now, how do, let's say, words from foreign languages crop up in the Torah, which is written in the Bet HaMikdash? Now, the answer lies in the Torah account of the Torah of in the Tower of Babel, which is actually in this week's parasha, Parashat Noach, very, very cute thought, which begins with a passage over here in chapter 11, verse 1. The whole earth was of one language, that's what it says, which our sages tell was a holy tongue of Hebrew, Lashon HaKodesh. Even when God, Hashem, confounded the language by introducing so many different tongues in order to disperse them, some trace of Hebrew remained in the new languages. We therefore find our rabbis turning to foreign languages. Another example is the word hadar over here. Now, the word hadar is used by the Torah for the etrog. Etrog is one of the 4 species we have on Sukkot. Because it requires so much hydra. Now, Greek for let's say water to nourish its growth, respectively, to reveal the meaning of an unusual word. The similarity of a foreign word to the mysterious Hebrew word is an indication that it is let's say a survivor of the nation's original use of Hebrew, which is very, very interesting. So I think on that note, wish you a fantastic day, friends, here from the city of Bet Shemesh. Got a coffee here. I watch over every day all the videos, action-packed. Also, Shabbat Shalom and a Chodesh Tov and Brach to everyone also.